Her name is Charlene O'Banion, a prison officer accused of having a sexual relationship with an inmate. And this audio explicitly shows how their relationship was.
You felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
You got a live ass head game. Oh my God.
That's just the way things work. What do you mean by let a jog?
I put his in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
When her colleagues revealed that they had seen her and Jacob Parker together, investigation started. During the investigation, Charlene thought she could outsmart the cops, but she didn't know that the cop has all the evidence. And it's just a matter of a few minutes before she will be exposed, most disastrously.
So we're detectives. We're not like internal affairs or anything like that. So what is being investigated could be a criminal investigation, and it could just be internal. But I tell you that to tell you that this is a voluntary interview. If you don't want to talk to us, you're welcome to walk out at any time.
Okay.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't like anything about it. I don't.
Investigating a regular person is easy as compared to a police officer, as their training makes them a bit immune to that. But this woman is telling lies in such a bold way. Is this some kind of escape story she has developed, or what?
Do you know who I'm talking about?
He's in Pod 6.
Okay.
I mean, he's just a trustee that we have, around.
And yes, she admitted now that she knew him, but tried to link the current story to a past interaction with that inmate. It seemed like she knew him before he came to prison.
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. It wasn't anything like that.
After that, she tried to blame another inmate for spreading false rumors about her and Jacob because he was jealous of them.
An inmate named Coker, Justin Coker,
Okay.
and he got out of here for I don't know what period of time. He sent me a message, and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that?
All right, she tried to divert the whole narrative of the story to somehow plant the idea in the detective's mind that it was just a rumor. But the detective came here with evidence, and he was ready to show her that she was hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
No, I just mean conversations you are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying have a phone talking about sexual acts.
I guess now she regrets that when the detective said to her she could walk out if she wanted, she should have done that, as now she had revealed some weak points to him.
From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
At this point, officer decided to expose her and played a phone recording of her.
Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about that.
I get you horny?
Oh yeah. You felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
You like what is that word? Like when somebody just always like can get horny like at that? I can feel it.
I always want to have sex. Like that's not even...
Not good.
I mean, I feel like I just like look at someone, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago.
The audacity she just expressed is just beyond anything, even when her recordings are being played in front of you and two detectives. But here is the twist: it might be true that this could have happened outside the prison. But when previously asked about Jacob, she could barely remember him. But in this call, which was recently recorded, she was talking about fine details of their intimate experience.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blood from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. So my advice to you right now is to be honest with us. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, anything? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Detective explained to her that this was her chance to prove herself, but up to this point, she didn't listen to him until this happened.
I might have given him a book that part.
In fact, part of being quiet? Okay. How long ago was that?
Months ago.
Finally, she confessed the truth. Now, even though it was consensual, however, federal law criminalizes sexual relations or sexual contact between prison staff and inmates.
Stupid. But that's just the way things work. What do you mean by?
I put his in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did he ejaculate?
No. I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware of the allegation, and they will probably their investigation is separate from it because there's two totally different things. So
Yeah. What kind of charges? Like.
so it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee.
But if you think this is shocking, just wait until you hear about the next case, where a female officer was caught having sex with an inmate in the storeroom over 15 times. Trust me, you won't believe what happens next.
Melissa, why did you do it?
He's found guilty, crossing the line.
Do you regret what you did?
This is the story of Melissa Goodwin, a woman whose life took a dark turn when she was caught in a scandal that shocked her community and made headlines across the nation.
I don't know if you truly understand the risks and consequences I'm taking for you. I hope I am right this time. Goodwin was also accused of having a sexual relationship with the inmate.
But behind the uniform, a secret was brewing, one that would soon unravel in the most unexpected way. It all started when authorities received a tip about suspicious activity involving a prisoner at the facility where Melissa worked. What they discovered next would leave everyone in disbelief. 26-year-old Melissa, an officer at Silverwater Metropolitan. She was accused of giving blow to 21-year-old inmate Corey London. They did this 5 times every month between December 2019 to April 2020 in a storeroom within the facility.
Will you ever be mixing business and pleasure again? Out of my face, man. Have you learned your lesson from dating the bad boys?
And you said you were the victim?
Correct, yeah. I'm the victim.
But the case took a dramatic turn when Corey London didn't speak a word in court. But why? Melissa had a history of these kinds of allegations. She had a relationship with a former inmate named Caleb Valerie, and he regional leader of the Rebels Outlaw motorcycle gang. It was this gang member who brutally attacked Corey London inside the prison and forced him to keep his mouth shut. Consequently, Godwin was fired and was given a 12-month community corrections order and 100 hours of community service. Now she lives a free life as an Instagram fitness influencer, while Corey is still rotting in jail. Some people say female officers should not be allowed to work in male prisons. To some extent, they are right, as you can see in the next video, where a female police officer's video went viral.